Hi, Leo Virgos. Welcome to your Timeless Love Tarot reading. I hope that this live finds you all well and in good spirits, and I thank you guys so much for all your love and support. All right, we're going to get into the love energy round of readings over the next few weeks. I've posted, I want to say, all the way through next Thursday, I believe, all of the lives that we'll be doing. So make sure you tune in, check those out, okay? See what really resonates or what you want to tune into, and make sure you hit that notify me bell. I don't think it's a bell, it's a button. That notify me button so that you can tune into that live, all right? Alrighty, y'all. I do feel drawn to the sacral chakra and sent for you all for this reading. So we're going to go ahead and get that lit as you guys start to come in. And then we'll sound our singing bowl, do our moment of gratitude, and get into these love energies, all right? Make sure you guys are checking out the description box below. It'll have everything you need to know as far as how to contact me if you ever are interested in a personal or private reading with me. Where I am as far as memberships and Patreon and YouTube and all the links there for the extended. There will be an extended for this love reading, okay? And all the love readings we'll do from here on out. And all of that. Free natal chart calculators in the description box. All of the curated sound frequency playlists that I have made for you guys linked in the description box. As well as all of the cusp playlists, all right? So my Leo Virgos, all the Leo Virgo readings that I've ever done since the dawn of my channel are all in a playlist linked below. If you're interested in other cusp energies, those are also linked in that description box, all right? So make sure you guys are checking that out. And let's go ahead and get started. Hi, Angela. Happy Saturday, love. Thanks for being here. Let's go ahead and get your incense lit and get started on our grounding and gratitude. Do whatever feels right for you in this moment, and then we'll get into our channeled messages. All right, Leo Virgos, let's get into it. So, Leo Virgos, as I was meditating in your energy when it comes to love and romance, the main word that I am getting is skepticism. Okay, I do feel like there is a love vibration around you, or trying to connect with you at the very least, that you seemingly are a bit unsure about. Okay, now this could also be someone's energy towards you, Leo Virgo. Someone could be unsure about you when it comes to love and romance, but I just get that there's something that's not believable, or that's hard to believe. This could be somebody, mind you, we are still under Venus retrograde as I'm streaming this, okay? We're pulling into Mercury retrograde. We got 6 other retrogrades happening at the same time, so just bear all of this in mind, all right, while you're listening. And again, use your intuition as a tool to guide you to connect with the right messages that come through. But what I am kind of getting is that this could be somebody who is attempting or would like to maybe come back into your life here. Now, mind you, we are focusing in on romance, but love is a frequency that is between friends, that is between family, that can be with your career and your finances. So just take it only as it resonates and leave what does not connect with you in this moment. But it does feel like somebody would like the opportunity. Oh, thank you, Divine. Yeah, would like the opportunity to come back in and show improve, is what I just heard. And I feel like you are kind of like, no, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if we should revisit this. I don't know if it's a good idea to even give you that opportunity, or, I just think there's some skepticism around it. I am seeing the word ghosting in my mind's eye. This could have been somebody who ghosted you at one point, or kind of took a step back from you, Leo Virgo, or just seemingly fell off from whatever connection you guys were forming. I just heard to deal with some things, okay? And maybe that's all. They just want to kind of come back and tell you why they maybe had to pull away, or why they kind of went into some form of like a hermit energy when it comes to this connection. So if you're open to listening to that, that's your choice. You don't necessarily have to do anything you don't want to do, Leo Virgo, okay? But it's skepticism. I think there is this energy of skepticism coming up when it comes to love and romance for you, Leo Virgo, where you're just either having a hard time standing firm in your belief in love being for you, or in your ability or the potential of finding a love partner, or somebody that you can be in love or fall in love with or cultivate love with. I think that's kind of all up in the air and a bit questionable for you. Maybe partly from a cynical space, just based off of past experiences, Leo Virgo, but I also feel like there's a little bit of a loss of faith in kind of like humanity. I just think there's this sense within you right now when it comes to love and romance of just, it's hard to believe that anybody is truly genuine anymore, or truly real when they say that they love you, or that they care for you, or that they're interested in you. Like, partly, again, I think that's a bit cynical or cynicism from your own past experiences, but maybe even just through your observation of other relationships. It's like, dang, does everybody have a motive? Does everybody just kind of out for themselves? There is this feeling, though, Leo Virgo, that you want to match hearts with someone. That's just what it is. I think you want to match hearts with someone. It is super, super important here, Leo Virgo, in love and romance, for this group I'm tapped into, that you find partnerships, friendships, relationships that mirror your heart. Meaning they might not be, they might not look the same as you, they might not come from the same background, but their heart and how they approach the world, or how they share their heart with the world, or how they just kind of connect, give, and receive, is a mirror to how you connect and give and receive. And that's the point of understanding. That's the point of connection. All right. If you are with people, or interested in people, or other people interested in you, Leo Virgo, who don't have the same heart as you, it's going to be very difficult to see a future with them. It's going to be very difficult to feel them in a romantic way. A lustful way, sure, right? Because lust is not necessarily have anything to do with the heart. So that, of course, could be here, but I'm picking up on the sense that you are really wanting something that has meaning, a relationship, a love connection that has meaning. Something significant, something that will be a huge pillar in your life. So some of you are definitely maybe ready to get serious when it comes to dating, or maybe you are kind of at a point in a relationship with someone, Leo Virgo, where you're ready to take the connection seriously. Not that you haven't in the past, but just, how could I say it? Just, I get this vibe that when it comes to love and romance, you're starting to gain sight, or a like yearning for future planning, where maybe you were very much so day to day, Leo Virgo. Maybe it was just kind of like, yeah, this feels good in the moment, not really concerned about if it's going to benefit you, or kind of be something you want to commit to down the road. It's like, for some of you, not all of you, I kind of feel that energy where it's like, yeah, I wasn't really thinking about long term, but now something's shifted, something's changed. whether that's a current life event that's happening and it's like, okay, I actually need to start thinking about like building a family and or, you know, acknowledging that desire to have a family one day, start positioning myself and setting myself up for that. Or others of you, it's like, yeah, life has gotten real. Like, okay, yeah, I need to really think about who I want to build my village with. You know what I mean? Like some of you are just kind of at that point. Okay. Anything else, Divine, that I need to know for Leo Virgos before we get into the cards? No, alrighty. Let's get in some direct energies for you, Leo Virgos, when it comes to love and romance, Divine, with Leo Virgos. What do they need to be aware of? What's most important for Leo Virgo energies to be aware of when it comes to love and romance? Okay. Oh, well, all right now. Okay, strong right out the gate. Divine flame. This person may be a twin flame or someone you have an intense soul connection with currently. The flames within your souls allow you both to explore this connection. Now, I'm gonna give you what I was getting as I was reading that. Some of you, this could be a positive thing. Others of you, this is more of a soul tie that needs to be explored for your growth into a stronger sense of your own divinity. Okay. This is what I meant though by you need someone who shares the same heart as you, who matches hearts with you. The fire in them and the fire in you, the spirit in them and the spirit in you match. Okay? That's what this is. All right. Ooh. Okay, why do I feel like this is a little off? Hold on one second. Y'all know how I be. If it bothers me, I will be distracted this whole reading. Okay, there we go. That feels better. So divine flame is here. We'll dig a little deeper, of course, into that with the tarot. But tell me, whoa, okay. Oh. Well, you know what? Okay, Leo Virgo. All right. I hear you, Spirit. Mirrored souls. Exactly. Exactly. So for my group of y'all that were a little cynical, a little skeptical, kind of like, I don't really think that there is someone really out there for me. Like, I don't know that I could really find me in other people, or, you know, just feeling very disappointed. I honestly feel like that's just an energy of disappointment. I think a lot of people have disappointed you in their actions, Leo Virgo, very recently. Oh, very recently. Okay. And it's just really put some sort of a damper on your belief or people's believability when they say they want to love you, when they say they want to care for you, when they say they want to be with you. It's just kind of like, yeah, that's what they all say. You know what I mean? Just like, okay, I heard that before. I'm going to have to see it. It's not necessarily here, Leo Virgo, that you're going to have to see it. You're going to have to tune into it. You're going to have to feel it. You're going to have to sense it. It's going to be a spiritual recognition. And that is not something that you can necessarily see. That's not something that you can necessarily hear. It is something that is truly felt in a very, very deep part of you. And in order to get to that feeling or to be able to access that feeling, you have to access that depth within yourself. I do feel like with Divine Flame and Mirrored Souls being here for love, you are doing that work, which is bringing this energy in. Okay. But through that work, you're going to have to work through the cynicism and the skepticism and the disbelief, right? And the lack of hope or the lack of faith. Like, yeah, that's what's coming up to be worked through so that this can show up for you. Divine Flame and Mirrored Souls. I do feel like inclined to say, if you are aware of this person or feel like you have a sense of who this is, whoever kind of came to mind when Divine Flame and Mirrored Souls popped out here is maybe who we are tapping into or connecting with for this read. Okay, Leo Virgo? All right. Let's get one more direct energy here in love and romance, Divine. One more message. Overall energy. Thank you. Oh, you got all the seconds here. Hanging out. Okay, yeah. So this could actually be somebody that you are casually hanging out with, somebody that you have a crush on. Ooh, being at odds at the bottom of the deck. Well, yeah, we're gonna leave that out because we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it in a minute. This could definitely again be somebody that you are hanging out with. That I think you just have a crush on this person, or this person is maybe crushing on you, Leo Virgo. Um, and maybe this is that energy as well that I was picking up on in your channeled message of just wanting to take it seriously now, wanting to take something to the next level, like ready for that um commitment, really, right? Where let's say you have just been casually hanging out with this person, it's like, okay, yeah, no, I really want to make this a non-casual thing, like something that we're both really focused on, really pouring into, and really cultivating and building and working on. Because clearly, with the flame and the mirrored souls, it's like clearly there is a strong attraction between you and this person. Something about this connection just makes sense. Even if that's what I thank you, Spirit. Even if on maybe paper it doesn't, or even if it feels like you come from two different worlds, even if it feels like there's no way that this person would be into you like that, like even if all the 3D things say absolutely no way, that's not gonna happen, right? I feel like it's the spirit that says no, absolutely, this is it. And that's what maybe is a little difficult to navigate right now. All right, so I really want to say be gentle with yourself again. All the retrogrades we have going on, pulling into Mercury's retrograde at the end of this month. Yeah. We're all on a roller coaster ride, all right? It's just going to be ups and downs and twirls and twists and surprises and all of that until this energy settles, which won't really be until next year. So hang in there. Leo Virgo, hang in there, because I do feel like it is some sort of a juxtaposition, right? Where something about the connection seems like it shouldn't fit, wouldn't fit, but it does. Okay. And maybe this is somebody that, again, isn't necessarily afraid to be at odds with you. That's what I kind of felt when I saw this at the bottom of the deck. They're not afraid to disagree with you. They're not afraid to think something differently than you. They're not afraid to challenge your thoughts, your beliefs. And I think at a very, very deep level, that is a point of attraction here between you and this person. Like they're not a yes person. They're not going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to tell you what they feel you need to hear. All right. Whether you want to hear it or not, Leo Virgo, or this is kind of how you behave with this person. And again, it's divine flame and mirrored soul. It's clearly there's something to be explored. There's clearly something to work out here. But the being at odds, I think the conversations between you two is what will really sort this out. So I am getting that this person could have a lot of air energy in their chart, or you could. This is also giving me energy of you maybe have already had some sort of big blow up being at odds phase with this person. And that's maybe for the group of you who this person wants to come back, this person wants to make amends, and you're a little skeptical about letting them back in. And maybe that's what they propose. Well, let's just hang out. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be like so serious, but like, you know, can I just have a moment of your time? Can we go to dinner? Can we go see a movie? Whatever. You want to come over, cook out, whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there, okay? But that's what I kind of feel like is this reintroduction for some of you to this divine flame and this mirrored soul. Because if there has been some time apart, there's definitely been growth in that time apart. And it's like this person, like I felt, somebody just wants to have a conversation to say like, okay, this is why I had to pull away. This is why I had to step away. Because I think either they're realizing or walking into the understanding of kind of what this intense soul connection, mirrored soul energy is about, right? This card signifies that you have met your spiritual other half. This is also confirmation of a balanced masculine and feminine energy within oneself. This also tells me that there is a balance of masculine and feminine energy between this dynamic. Okay, and I think for the pulling apart of the odds, being at odds is the working through almost like the temperance energy. You could be dealing with the Sagittarius, but having to find that balance within self first to then be able to appropriately alchemize any connection or any relationship, right? So this person has either had to step further into their own masculinity, their own femininity, or find a better balance between both, which was that imbalance was maybe causing this being at odds. So I kind of get that this person has had some sort of upheaval spiritually, where they're facing certain things that they've either been ignoring, haven't been aware of, and it's helping them understand a little bit more of why they are attracted to you or why they feel this connection with you or what this energy is between y'all. All right. And you do have patience beneath that. And then you have peace of mind and next chapter, right? That's what I mean. This person wants to come in and start a new chapter with you for some of y'all, because then you got romance, listen and reflect. Like, look at this. Yeah. And it's a vibe right after that. And final shot. Yeah. So for some of you, for sure, it's this feeling of new awareness around this divine flame mirrored soul dynamic. I've met my spiritual other half. I know who they are. And there is this feeling of peace of mind between you two. Again, even though when you are not in agreement with one another, there's still the opportunity to have peace. Okay. I do think that the divine is wanting you to have patience with this person. And I know that might be a tall order depending on the situation and who this might be for you, Leo Virgo. But it's almost like the same grace and the same patience that you would want the divine to give you as you're learning and growing is what you're being asked to give this person as they're learning and growing. Mirrored souls. So if you've had to go through it, so do they. Right? It might be through different situations and scenarios, and timing might not be the same. So I don't think this is a connection where you both are going to be going through the same thing at the same time. This, especially with the mirrored souls and masculine and feminine balance, this tells me that one of you will lead and the other will follow, and then the other one will lead and then the other will follow. So let's just say this person is going through something that you've already experienced, you've already navigated your way through, Leo Virgo. And so it's a test of your patience, it's a test of your compassion, it's a test of your ability to remain open-hearted while someone is trying to figure out themselves or find a better balance in themselves, because you remember what it was like to go through the same thing. And then I guarantee you that there are certain things that this person has already worked through, navigated, and conquered that you are going to come up against down the road, which is why the divine would maybe put you to end this mirrored soul type of soul contract so that they can reflect what you need to see and you can reflect what they need to see when you need it. Okay? And I think that becomes more apparent as you guys grow and as you guys mature. That's why I think patience is here, or patience is kind of at the bottom here. At the end of the day, I really do feel like when things are even, okay, thank you, divine. I was about to say when things are good, but then I got corrected and said even when they're not. No matter the energy between or the circumstances or where you and this person are with one another, no matter the disagreement or the celebration, that sense of connection, that sense of peace around each other is what hasn't faded. And that's what I think spirit wants you to focus on. Because this, I mean, yeah. All right. So hanging out says, who doesn't love spending time with their crush or boo? Dating doesn't always have to be fancy dinners. Spending quality time with someone can be romantic, fun, and chill. Okay. And when that card comes out, it's kind of a signifier here for me, Leo Virgo, that you got to know your standards. You have to know what you're willing to accept and what you're not. Yeah, you just got to know what you're willing to accept and what you're not. Okay. I almost want to say, because I am seeing the Seven of Wands, like some of you maybe feel like you need to guard your time around this person. I almost get that some of you are like fighting the connection a little bit. Like the more time I spend around them, the more I feel I get engulfed in it and the more I kind of like get wrapped up in everything and all the feels or whatever this is, this fire energy is here. It's like the more that grows. And some of you are a little afraid to allow that in or allow that to spark up again, maybe based off of, again, whatever put you at odds in the first place. Like not wanting to go back there, not wanting to do that again. I almost get to that, like this person, or there's this fear that this person might get too comfortable with just hanging out with you. It's like, I get it. Some of you guys have expectations of this person. And I would say that it's important for you to make sure that the expectations you hold for yourself are not extreme and that you're not putting those extreme expectations on this person. Okay. So it does feel like I'm seeing the Page of Cups in my mind's eye. There does feel like there needs to be a little bit of grace given between the both of you. But I get it. I get that some of y'all are like, no, I don't want to hang out because then that's all we'll ever do. And then you'll ghost me again, or oh, then you'll pull away again. It's like, so some of you are kind of resistant towards that because you don't want the pattern to continue if this is a pattern with this person. It's like you want something a little bit more substantial. Okay, now that again, take with a grain of salt, because if you're cool with just hanging out and kicking it and being chill, that's fine. You know, that's your standard. But if that's not your standard, Leo Virgo, then don't lower that just because this is a divine flame or a mirrored soul situation. Because honestly, if you're not honoring yourself, then that's going to cause a reflection of dishonor in this connection, right? It's like you kind of have to be on your podium. Like you got to kind of sit on your throne in these types of relationships, because any fall off is going to reverberate. So something about that is important. All right, let's go ahead and get into the tarot to learn a little bit more about this for you, Leo Virgo, okay? If any of this resonates or connects so far, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know. All right, I'd love to hear from you guys. All right. I almost want to say, who is this divine flame? What is the context of this mirrored soul dynamic? And what's to be done about this hanging out? That's kind of how I want to approach it, okay? I hope that will offer you guys the clarity or confirmation you might be looking for in this moment. So tell me, Divine, thank you so much for these beautiful energies for Leo Virgos. Who is this divine flame? What are the dynamics of this mirrored soul connection? And what should Leo Virgo do about this hanging out energy? Who is this divine flame for Leo Virgo? Oh, all right. We'll look at everything that came out right quick. It's too many. Oh, I love when we ask that question and the divine is like court card, major arcana. Like, let's get real specific around here. I love that, love that, love that. Like I said, this person could be a Sagittarius, or they might have strong Sagittarius in their chart, the King of Wands. It's a Scorpio Sagittarius energy for me as a reader. And then the Fool is Aquarius. Okay, Uranus energy. I almost want to say Capricorn could be here too. Could be Pisces as well. Any side of the Aquarius cusp. So again, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Aquarius, Pisces might resonate here. And this is definitely strong Scorpio and strong Sagittarius with the King of Wands. We also have the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Swords that flipped out. This again tells me this is the skepticism that I was kind of picking up on. I do feel like this Fool, King of Wands energy is in this Page of Pentacles energy, wanting to offer something solid, wanting to plant a seed. I just think this is where you're at, Leo Virgo, with it. Just kind of like, I don't really know that that's the truth, or I don't really know that that's genuine, or I don't really know that you're not like pulling one fast one over. Like it's something about that. It's something about that type of energy. But we're clearly dealing here with The Fool and the King of Wands. All right. So Aquarius or some fire energy that could all be within their chart. Okay. Tell me more about the Fool, the King of Wands for Leo Virgo's divine flame. Uh-oh. Something's flipped over here. Hold on, y'all. Four of Cups. Cancer energy. That's what I mean. So it could be this person, maybe Leo Virgo, you're the one that's kind of like, all right, like I really want to take this to the next level. I really want to figure this out, or I'm really ready to like put in time, right? With that Page of Pentacles. And it could be this Fool, King of Wands that's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about it, Leo Virgo, because the last time you said that, we ended up at odds. Like the last time we did this, it didn't go well. And I almost feel like this King of Wands is trying to feel you out. Yeah, there's the Five of Swords again. The King of Wands is trying to feel you out here. Like, it's almost like they need to know the energy, the vibe, before they, like, say yes or before they get up off their throne. Mind you, the King of Wands is typically depicted as kind of leaning forward, meaning, like, I almost heard they're with the shits. Yeah, it's just like they're ready. You know what I mean? It's not sitting back and kind of like, all right, cool, cool. No, it's like the moment you say a word I don't like, I'm popping off. Like, so this could be this person's personality. They could be a little hot-tempered, or quick to jump off cliffs here with the Fool energy. All right. Yeah, I get that though. I get that this person is trying to feel you out first. It's almost like, let me just tell y'all how this is coming through for me, okay? It's almost like the King of Wands is sending this Ace of Cups, or asking the divine, or kind of floating out this cup towards you, Leo Virgo, to see if you even recognize it. Because I almost feel like the King of Wands doesn't want to come in if you're distracted. Like, they don't want to come in if you're still stuck on the past, or stuck on something that, Three of Cups, you know what I mean? Like something that isn't necessarily fully serving you. But if you're not ready for it, if you're not ready to turn away from the Three of Cups, and they don't want to come in. So I almost feel like, yeah, they're like petitioning the divine to be like, all right, offer the cups. If they pay attention to it, great. I'll hop off in this new beginning with them. We'll go for it. But if they're still ignoring it, then I'm not going to do that. So there's clearly a strong telepathy and or spiritual, I mean, that's clearly divine flame mirror souls, but that's confirmation for me that there is a strong spiritual connection between you and this person. And it's almost like they put their feelers out before they even make themselves known, or before they kind of step into your world, or it's like they have that ability. Okay, to send messages, to send energy to you, to kind of see where you're at. Because I really do feel like once this person comes in, they want to jump off the cliff with you. They don't want it to be stalled. Definitely not with the fire energy like the King of Wands. They do not like obstacles. They do not like things being delayed, especially when it's like avoidable. Like, yes, the variables that are out of everybody's control, okay, cool, we can work around that. But if it's like you're intentionally moving slow, or like you're intentionally getting in the way of something, yeah, that's gonna, nah, you know, not with a King of Wands. That's gonna incite the flame. Do you know what I mean? Like they'll then get war ready, because now it's not a threat, but it kind of is, especially if they are focused on what it is that they want. And it's like, if you're the obstacle in my way, I'm gonna burn through you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's just what it is. But I kind of feel like you are in this Four of Cups energy when it comes to this connection with this person. And they're not going to fully show up until you're ready to look at the cup. Now, again, flip it, switch it, however this feels for you, Leo Virgo. But that's just how it's coming across to me. Tell me about the energy between Divine Flame and Mirrored Souls here, Divine. Tell me about the energy. Thank you. Six of Swords, right. Are you ready to move on? Are you ready to stop being distracted? Are you ready to accept this cup? I almost want to say, because some of you are still in the Four of Cups, this King of Wands full energy might just move on, or give up on whatever pursuit they might have had for you. We do have the Knight of Wands at the bottom, because again, that's what I mean. I feel like this King of Wands is ready to hop on the horse and go. But if you're not ready, then they're going to have to get in that Six of Swords boat and move on and move forward. Okay? All right, so what's the dynamic of this mirrored soul connection for Leo Virgos? What's the dynamic? Oh boy, you got Pluto in the mix here. Yikes. Yeah, I can see why this would be a bit of a difficult. I mean, that's what true, in my opinion, a true divine flame type of connection. It really calls you to mirror spirit. Like you have to be at one with your spirit to really step into those types of relationships and partnerships. And that's what this is. It's judgment. Pluto. And if someone isn't ready to face themselves in the mirror, then of course they're going to run, right? And I almost feel like whoever is in the Four of Cups, it could be this King of Wands. It totally could be. They could be in the Four of Cups, not ready to face some aspect of themselves. And so, boom, Six of Swords. Maybe you're deciding to move on. That's fair. Leo, Virgo, again, take it how it resonates. But that's what this is. Four of Wands, it's a soul connection. It's a contract. You two are meant to cross paths or meant to be in some form of a union here. All right? But what makes it, again, maybe the being at odds is that, yeah, you call judgment on one another. And not in a hurtful way, or not in an intentionally hurtful way, but in a way that gets you both to face yourself. If you're not comfortable looking at yourself in the mirror, you're not going to be able to be comfortable around this person. Vice versa. If they can't look at themselves in their mirror, or if they can't really see that particular side of themselves and it's being reflected through you and they can't deal with it, then that's what's going to cause the back and forth. And maybe too, that's what makes this a little stagnant and a little stuck on going beyond the just hanging out type of energy. Because anything deeper means now we got to start facing our shit. Excuse my French. You know what I mean? It's like anything deeper, then I'm really going to have to like dig, you know, and somebody is either not wanting to do that, or you both are not necessarily ready to do that just yet. Definitely dealing with an Aquarius here, okay? Or somebody with a strong Aquarius placement. Tell me more about this dynamic, the King of Cups. So this is an opportunity here for you both to master your emotional body. For you both to face what you feel. King of Cups is quite specifically for me as a reader, Aquarius, Pisces energy. So I kind of feel like you're dealing with someone here who's on that cusp of sensitivity. They're very, very sensitive, which is maybe even why they would send the cup out first. What do you feel, Leo, Virgo? Because if you're not feeling it, I don't want to come in and maybe face that rejection or have to deal with that. I want to be felt. I want to jump off the cliff. I want to be received. I want to be caught. If I do this, I want to be caught. I don't want to do this and you're not there to catch me. Do you know what I mean? Judgment and the King of Cups. That's the heart space is what I'm kind of feeling. It forces you both to have to acknowledge other people's sensitivities. Yeah, look at that. And the wounds. And the wounds and the Knight of Cups. That's what I mean. Let's go through these wands together is kind of the contract between you and this person, Leo, Virgo. You both may be in the Nine of Wands. And this is what I was trying to say. The 9 wands that you have might be totally different from the 9 wands that they have. Yet the shared energy or the experiences you have and the experiences that they have are both on your path. So it's almost kind of like this. Let's say you've mastered, like I said, you've mastered one of these wands. Those wands is tied to a particular situation that this person is about to head towards. You get to share that wand with them and say, hey, here's how I got through it, or here's the key to navigate that. So then they don't necessarily have to get all beaten up by it. And the same thing, they see you headed towards a lesson that they've already learned. Hey, here's the wand that you need to get through that. Mirrored souls, divine flame, spiritual support to ascend, to grow, Pluto, right? So Pluto is a necessary, I almost want to say like a necessary evil in a way, because it is uncomfortable. It is icy. It is cold. It's quite destructive. Right? But it destroys in the name of rebuilding something that is more in alignment. Right? Pluto will call you out on your shit. and say you can't keep ignoring that. You can't keep sweeping that under the rug. You can't keep acting like that's not what's going on. You got to face it. But I'm here to help you because I understand, because I've been beaten up by that same thing. I've had to face it. I had to climb through it. I had to walk through it. I had to walk around it. I had to dig under it. I had to navigate it. So, boom. That's why the divine would say, okay, you too, Four of Wands then, because it's mirrored. King of Cups would say it's emotional support as well. So there's clearly some emotional behaviors here that you both share, or that you both are being called to evolve out of. But you need each other to do that. You need each other to do that. And I think you both are either very used to having to do this evolution alone, and or these are the wounds here with this Nine of Wands, are spaces and places and feelings and emotions that you haven't expressed to anybody. So it's the deep stuff, right? That you got to get comfortable being vulnerable around, and so do they. Temperance, felt it, I'm telling you. So clearly Aquarius, Sagittarius here, okay? Leo, Virgo. Scorpio too, with Judgment here. And so maybe that is what needs to be considered. Could it be possible that stepping into that awareness around the dynamics of this mirrored soul connection that you have, and actually allowing yourself or allowing this person to be around you, or them allowing you to be around them and connect, could actually heal and transmute some things? Because I almost get that if this is like an on again, off again situation, Leo, Virgo, I almost feel like what makes it off and where you guys get at odds is when you get too wrapped up in the divine flame, mirrored soul, making it be something that you want it to be, making it be something they want it to be, and that not being the same thing. It's like you both get kind of caught up in it. And with the hanging out, I feel like maybe that is a bit of the remedy of just focusing on the friendship part, right? And I know that's hard. And I feel like focusing on the friendship part doesn't necessarily negate the romance or negate the fire or the love that is there between you two. It just helps center the situation and helps keep you both grounded around why the divine would place you and place them in y'all's lives. Like, why would y'all be in this connection if there wasn't a purpose, right? It's like staying rooted on that. Hanging out, connecting, spending time will help you both transmute and shift out of emotional energy that has been hard to let go of and walk away from or make peace with. Come on now. Wait, I just cleaned these. Ace of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Jeez. This is a connection that is meant to open your heart. It's meant to open their heart as well. It's meant to soften you both. Because what you're both blocking yourselves off from is abundance, the Ace of Cups. Is freedom when it comes to love and your emotion. And truly how you find that freedom and emotion is by understanding it and learning how to control it. And not control it as stuff it down and ignore it, but control it as not letting it overwhelm you to the point where you aren't functional anymore. Having awareness around it. It's the Master, the King of Cups. Some of you are definitely resisting hanging out with this person or connecting with this person again. And I get it. Valid. But it's an Ace of Cups between you two. And I think at the root of it, that's what I meant. You want to be heart to heart with somebody, but you can't be heart to heart with someone if you're blocking your heart. So what you should do is open your heart, Leo Virgo. Open your heart to receive the divine love that is between you and this person. And again, I get it. I get that some of you have this Ace of Cups already, and I don't think you are wanting to share that Ace of Cups with this person based off of your fears from the past, either past history between you two or just your past with other people. So some of you are in possession of this Ace of Cups that is absolutely needed in this connection. Needing to be heart open is what helps you both transmute. But it's like you're stopping the transmuting process by not being open to it. Or this is what this person is doing, okay? Tell me more. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups and the Four of Pentacles for hanging out. Thank you. Yeah. So this is something that, again, it causes anxiety. It causes worry. It causes stress. You're overthinking it maybe a little bit. This person could be doing the same. Some of you feel really crossed about it because you might be hanging out with this person, but also keeping your heart covered and blocked. And it's like part of you really wants to jump off the cliff too. But there's something that holds you back. I think that's just a lot of fear, to be quite honest with you. I think it's just worry and concern that, again, you won't be caught. You won't be received, or it'll be used, or you'll maybe be taken advantage of in some way that you're very familiar with. I also get that someone in this situation, this doesn't have to be for everybody, but someone is up at night thinking about an opportunity to hang out. It's like either the divine has pointed them to the fact that, yes, this is a divine flame, this is a mirrored soul. Yes, Leo Virgo has your Ace of Cups. Now, what are you going to go do about it, right? Like, and so it's like, I got to figure that out. Or they're just so worried about maybe you moving on. Or maybe, okay, cool, I want to come in and I have this Ace of Cups and I want to offer it, but what if Leo Virgo doesn't want it? So trust and believe, if this is somebody that you do not have direct contact with here, somehow, some way, they are putting their feelers out for you, Leo Virgo. If this is a person, or you might be doing this around this person. Just trying to get a gauge and get a sense of like where they are, what are they up to, who are they with, maybe even talking to people around them. I don't know. I kind of get that for some of y'all. Trying to figure out how to bring in this Ace of Cups to somebody who has their heart closed off. Or is very worried and assuming that the heart is closed off. So they're hesitant to bring it in. I do feel like this is a connection, though, that is supposed to bring a new opportunity or a new sense of self to both of y'all. The Fool. It's supposed to start a new cycle. All right, let's go ahead and clarify the Six of Swords and Temperance, and then we'll get into the extended on Patreon. The extended on Patreon will be a live reading just like this one, all right? And we will further clarify with some more tarot from the bottom of the deck. We'll then look into the Five of Swords just wants to keep me out here. All right, we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll then look into the Sacred Geometry of Relationships Oracle to learn a little bit more about this mirrored soul dynamic. Like, again, what are the vibrations or the frequencies that you're both meant to attune or tune into here as a connection. And then I did get a new Love and Relationships Oracle, kind of love note style oracle deck that I want to premiere over on Patreon first, and then once it kind of fades there, I'll maybe bring it to YouTube. But it is the Underneath It All Love and Relationships Oracle by Luna Sage Soul. I'm excited to just see. It is love note styled, kind of how the deck that I have or that I made. So we'll see where this person's head, where their heart is at when it comes to this connection, and what you need to know, what they want you to know. All right, that'll be in the extended on Patreon. The link is in the description box below if you'd like to join me over there. All right. And mind you, when you do join my Patreon, you do get access to all of the extended love readings that I have done. I believe I'm on my like 13th round now, so there's at least 13 there for each cusp sign for you to tune into, and you will always have access to it. That will never go away, okay? And as well as access to the new extended astrology readings that I'm doing, okay? So you'll get both for that one price monthly. So tell me why the Six of Swords and Temperance is here, Divine, for Leo Virgos. Why the Six of Swords and Temperance? Thank you. Yeah, look at that. The Magician at the bottom of the deck, that's Mercury, and we've got the High Priestess and the Death card. Major arcanas as clarifiers is always an indication that there is something bigger than both of you at play here. So it's not necessarily about what you desire. It's really about the bigger plan, the bigger picture, like you guys have been hearing me say, the macro view. I do feel like this King of Wands is waiting for you to make up your mind or move on from some sort of Five of Swords energy that you might be dealing with, Leo Virgo. Mind you, the King of Wands could be a feminine. It doesn't necessarily have to be a masculine. Take it how it resonates. But the Death card, it's like the weight and the movement is towards some form of transformation, some sort of rebirth that has to happen here in the mind. Okay, and then you got the High Priestess clarifying Temperance, which I think at the end of the day, both of you maybe know are becoming more clear around the purpose of this mirrored soul mate energy that you have, that you're meant to kind of create something new for both of y'all. Magician at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, something new is meant to be created, and I feel like it's not necessarily always something tangible. This could be new skills, new gifts spiritually, new emotional sensibility, a new mindset, a new spiritual awareness that can be birthed or created between you two. All right, so it's like there's a need to really trust in Temperance, trust in the changes and the shifts and what you feel and what you sense, as opposed to, like I said, as opposed to what you maybe see, as opposed to the 3D reality of everything right now. The Magician and the Fool just says, yeah, you guys are meant to create a new world, or like just something that elevates both of y'all. Even if it's just a new self-awareness, like it's meant to happen, it's needing to happen here. All right, so we'll look beyond the Magician to see what else you are creating, and again, we'll get into the further oracles over on Patreon. Leo Virgo, this has been your love tarot reading. I hope you found this helpful and insightful, and maybe filled with some confirmation around what you were already kind of sensing that might have been going on for you in love and romance. As always, I love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below, what you connected with, what you resonated from in this read, okay? Or just to say hello. I'd love to say hello to you down there in the comments. Thank you again, Angela. Oh, yes, a new love oracle. I know, I'm so excited. It is a very, very gorgeous deck. It has the rose theme, super pretty. So I'm excited to share that with you all on Patreon. And again, if you'd want to join, that link is in the description box. I also have YouTube channel memberships that give you special perks here on the YouTube channel, as well as an additional weekly oracle message. So if you're interested in all of that, check it all out. See where you would like to join. If wherever you're comfortable, I'd love to have you on the membership side of things. It's a lot more intimate over there. And I'd love to connect with you guys in that way. But if not, Leo Virgo, I hope you did enjoy this read. And I hope to talk to y'all in the comments, and I will see you all in our next one. All right? Namaste.